Okay, I used this BSNL 5G SIM for 10 days, and before you ask why did I do that, well, it's important to understand Indian telecom company.
Reliance Jio SIM was supposed to be available for free all across India from the 5th of September. Reliance Jio says that you will get free voice call, roaming and SMSs for life, while the data services are free till the end of the year.
In 2015, Jio changed the entire telecom industry in the world by giving free 1 GB data per day for almost 1 year. Free, that's the word. Because after that, Indians topped the list of most mobile data consumption per day. Jio suddenly brought a revolution in India. You have video calls, YouTube, everything. But if it's all so good, then what's the problem? Well, Jio recently hiked the price of their plans by 20 to 25%. And then Airtel came in, hiked their prices by again almost 20%. In fact, even Vodafone Idea hiked their prices, but no one cared. And this is a classic case of duopoly. Two companies fight to get to the top, and when two of them only remain, they start controlling the prices, market share, everything. Like if Jio has hiked the price, where will I go? Airtel, which has the same hike. If Airtel has high prices, then where will I go? Jio, which has also hiked the prices. So it's a lose-lose for customers. Right? Well, here's the twist, and here's where things start to change. For the first time after the price hike, Airtel lost 16.9 lakh customers, Jio lost 7.5 lakh customers, Vodafone Idea lost 14.1 lakh customers, and guess who gained customers? BSNL. BSNL gained a record 29.3 lakh customers. In the next quarter, BSNL again added 50 to 60 lakh customers because BSNL kept their rates unchanged. And on October 2024 came an announcement where BSNL has changed its logo. There's 5G announcement, Wi-Fi roaming, SIM kiosks, etc. etc. But to you and me, normal customers, the question is BSNL worth it? What is BSNL 5G SIM? How's the network connectivity? And more importantly, after years of losses, will BSNL finally make a comeback? This is TW Explains. Let's go. Now, before we dive into BSNL practical life experience, it's important to know a bit of history of BSNL. Now, BSNL stands for Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited. It was launched in 2000 by the government with the sole purpose of providing landline and mobile services to the people of India. And up until 2005, BSNL was the leader in telecom market with about 21% market share. But due to repeated scams, entry of private players, which is not important for this section, but the downfall of BSNL started in 2009 to the point that BSNL lost 27,000 crore in the last 4 years. 27,000 crore. The situation was so bad that BSNL couldn't pay employee salaries for months and months. They had to fire 30% of the contract employees and give 50% of the staff early retirement. I guess government jobs are not so safe. Jokes aside, with all the history of BSNL and everything, is BSNL working? How do I port a SIM? Is it that good? Well, first of all, before you jump the gun and port your number, you need to know this. Like, just try out. Like, we went ahead and got a BSNL 5G ready SIM. You go to a regular shop, give your Aadhaar card, the usual stuff. The experience is pretty much similar to buying any other SIM card. The card gets activated in about 10 to 15 minutes. In future, BSNL is planning to have ATM-like SIM kiosks which will dispense SIM card, which is pretty fast. Now, here are BSNL 4G plans. You get unlimited calling and 1 GB internet per day for 149 rupees and for 28 days. Like, the internet is unlimited, but after 1 GB, it's only 20 kbps, so not usable. To give you an idea, for a similar plan, Airtel charges 299 per month, Jio charges 249 rupees per month. So BSNL is almost half of what others charge. So all excited, I put my SIM into my phone and it's 3G. The SIM says 5G ready, I'm not even getting 4G and it's 3G. So here's the deal, 5G are of two types, standalone and non-standalone. In simple words, the lower band 5G can work with 4G antenna and same 4G SIM card. It doesn't require creating a new 5G tower or getting a new SIM. So when BSNL launches 5G next year, you should be able to use 5G with already existing SIM. That's why it states 5G ready SIM. But cool. Why there is no 4G? So here's the deal. BSNL is still laying out network for 4G. Not all areas are 4G compatible. So there's a good website called NPerf. Like, you can try it out to check if BSNL 4G is available in your region. Like, we are in Delhi NCR. So if you see, most of the part is green, which means 3G. And then you see some orange, which is 4G. Now it's mostly on the outer tier like Greater Noida, Ghaziabad. If you look up north here, over here, 4G availability is pretty good. Even if you go down here in South India, again it is very good. So apart from that 4G problem, calling and all everything is working good for me. So I tried signing up on Amazon with the BSNL SIM to just see how is the OTP situation. So I just put in my number. Now we'll wait for the OTP.
5 minutes later.
So we got the OTP, and last time I remember we did it for shots and the OTP didn't come for like 10-15 minutes. So this was just couple of minutes, so it's fine. It's fine. Now we are outside, so this is BSNL on 3G and this is Airtel on 5G. Now we'll do a speed test side by side. So just to give you an idea of how the data speeds are even outside. And 3, 2, 1, go. So the difference in speed test between 3G and 5G is not even 1x, 2x, 3x or even 10x. This is 100x difference, like crazy. At least in our location, this thing is barely usable. Again, we recently had an office trip to Kerala and I carried my BSNL SIM over there. The network was perfect, calls and all were good, but again, it was mostly 3G. There was no 4G. Now again, I'll go back to the Team TW community. If you have a BSNL SIM and 4G, let us know your experience, because I believe the experience in tier 2, tier 3 cities is better with BSNL. Now coming back to the entire question after all this experience and everything, will BSNL make a comeback? And as much as I want to say like, hell yes! See, there are two answers to this story. Number one, the government is very serious about BSNL. Every month there is new announcement. BSNL is also working on improving the broadband connection. TCS has been assigned the job to install 4G towers for BSNL. They have already installed 39,000 towers and will go on installing 1 lakh towers by 2025. The 4G and 5G rollout of BSNL is on schedule. Just to give you a perspective, Jio has 3.28 lakh towers and Airtel has almost 3 lakh towers, so 1 lakh towers is not that great but not even bad. And we need competition in the telecom space. 2 players for this big Indian market is not good for customers. So things are definitely looking good for BSNL and the comeback is close. But the second part to this answer is, at the end of the day, BSNL is a government company. The job of government is to make sure everyone gets basic services. Their job is to never compete with Jio and Airtel or private players and make profits. BSNL might just ensure that the price of Jio and Airtel don't go crazy high. So as much as we want that BSNL comeback, I think this is just to ensure that the telecom field has more players. Now, before we could even publish this video, it's already out there. Jio and Airtel both are trying to reduce their prices, so the work of BSNL is done. And finally, should you get a BSNL SIM? Well, I personally will not, because I don't see 4G services around me. If you can find 4G services around you, I'll still recommend get a new number, try it out for a few months and then get your number ported to BSNL. And this TW Explain takes efforts in terms of research, so do share it with your friend and family who are looking out for BSNL. Let them know the telecom reality in India. Subscribe for such awesome content. This is Pradeep signing off. See you in the next video. Pew, pew, pew.